up times the charm. How you doing, everybody? Welcome back to this very special mini episode of Wrestling Forever. It's what's left of Billy Kirkwood here with the People's Princess. Check him out right here. The host of the #1 Celtic Wrestling podcast over on YouTube, and now the co-host of the Wrestling podcast.
Do you know what? We're #1 in the eyes of the people.
We
are the People's Podcast.
#1 in Glasgow, mate.
Exactly, #1 in Glasgow. Maybe, I don't know, we'd fact check that.
Yeah, exactly. You're going to have to excuse us because we are currently getting ready to call the action ringside for ICW Bad Habits tonight on Triller Plus.
Yep.
The video won't be up in time, so I'll tell you what, go back and check that out.
It's a good show.
Our commentary was amazing. Fuck me, Bruno Sammartino turned up, the Bushwhackers reunited.
John Cena turned up.
Cena. Well, that's why we wanted to jump on, because what a show it was last night. Excuse me, we are doing this very much ad hoc. Elimination Chamber.
Unreal.
2025, an unreal show. Fantastic.
I'm going to say this as if I've not already said it to you in the first two takes that we tried, but controversial opinion maybe, or for the thousands that seem to be in agreement, Billy, I think this is a top 10 WWE pay-per-view I have ever seen, dude, start to finish.
I was starting to go off in Elimination Chamber. Like, I was like,
I remember that was one of the very first podcasts we done. You were saying you were sick of the format.
We need new formats in there. We need to get rid of Money in the Bank. We need to start. But this show, from start to finish, like I say, the Canadian crowd were spoiled, and I thought they weren't going to come up. But for me, it really popped during the women's match. When I
think they gradually got more into it.
The
show went on.
When Jade Cargill made her debut, return I should say, and kicked the shit out of
What a way to start the show. I mean, granted, we know why we're here. We're here to talk about that ending. The ending that has blown the internet up. But even from the start of the show, Jade Cargill coming back, huge deal.
Dude, when Jade Cargill came down the ringside, I remember actually going, look at that. That is what a female wrestler, that is what a pro wrestler is going to look like.
She looked unbelievable.
Sheer aura. Just sheer aura.
And do you know what, Billy? I think this is one of the most important things that we need to remember about her coming back is this might finally be it for superstar Jade Cargill, because she arrived in the company, she was presented as this huge coup from AEW. It was going to be a revolutionary signing. And they put her in the tag division. It was like, okay, we're going to have to wait. Now's the time to see that star that they signed.
For me, it's like, and I'm only assuming, I mean, I don't know what's going on in the mind of Uncle Paul and what have you, but for me, this is, they smoothed off the edges. Retrained her, got to work with more and better talent. No disrespect to the fantastic athletes over in AEW, but for me it was a great start for her, and they kind of, this is the reboot. This is the reboot, and star aura. What a start of the show, an emotional story, great match.
So it looks as though we're going to be getting Naomi and Jade at Mania, which if you asked me a few months ago, I never would have predicted. I always thought it would have been Jade and Bianca, but I guess keep those stories waiting, get it eventually. And Naomi's a great athlete in her own right, and you know what, I will say, for as some people might be disappointed in this, right, but Naomi has needed a heel turn for years. Well, this is a huge chance for her.
Do you know something that's interesting? Because I think you're right. I would love to see a Naomi heel turn. But have they showed their hand? Is it we've gone one way and it was the other?
Yeah, maybe.
Do you know? She came in. Jade Cargill is convinced. Jade Cargill is convinced that it's Naomi. Or is she?
Well, she may be wrong.
Does she think it's Bianca? Who knows? There's a lot more going on there.
Listen, we are jumping to conclusions because Bianca's in that main event match for the title at Mania. It looks as though it'll be Naomi, but is there layers to this story? Is it going elsewhere? I guess one thing we've learned from Elimination Chamber is last night: don't jump into
conclusions.
We'll
run through those match results really quickly. I think rather than go it down. Bianca, I won't lie, a little disappointed with that choice.
I think that we spoke about it in the prediction. She was the favourite, and I understand why. I think a lot of people are hungry to see a high caliber match such as Rhea versus Bianca. I have a feeling that's going to turn into a triple threat, Billy. I think Io is going to be in there, which will be an unbelievable match. I would have liked to swear. I would have liked to Roxanne.
I would have liked to Roxanne.
Or even Alexa to win.
A little disappointed with the result, but I understand why the result was there. What else are we going through?
We've got Trish and Tiffany Stratton. It was fun.
It was fun. Not changing.
You don't need to overanalyze.
It's nice to see somebody getting to hang out with their ma. I think that's the best way of putting it.
Listen, Tiffany Stratton's a star. If we learned anything from last night, she is a star.
Oh, definitely. And I think for the first time, I actually felt like she was kind of coming into her babyface role.
Yeah, she looked like a natural babyface. I think that kind of happened on SmackDown as well. That segment looked like she was more comfortable in the whole babyface.
It felt clumsy before, and it feels like it finally clicked. And kudos to Trish, who last time we saw her in WWE was really working heel.
Not to spend a lot of time talking about this match, because I don't think we need to, but I was really surprised that we didn't see Charlotte. No Charlotte at all.
No Charlotte at all.
So that was...
Maybe she's getting married and divorced again. Who knows? She seems to
like her dad.
Exactly. She seems to shut them about a fair bit. What else did we have on the show?
It was Kevin and Sammy, man. Oh, man.
Great match, and I'm glad to see it went the way it did. You nailed it. You absolutely nailed it. Fantastic competitive match. The return of Randy Orton, once again, an absolute star. That is a Mania match. Lock it in. 7 weeks to go. I want to watch it.
Do you feel a little bit sorry for Randy Orton? He's had 2 huge returns over the past 18 months, and both of them have been overshadowed by something.
I wonder, definitely. I wonder if with this man, it's a little like. The reason he's taking time off is because he is that little bit older, and they want to keep Randy Orton as an Undertaker-like attraction.
Yeah, and
you know, listen, and I think he is.
I know Randy Orton looks like he's in the best shape of his career, and he keeps talking about how he's in the best shape of his career. But I think we all know deep down, this is a guy who's had so many problems, so many injuries, and he's getting older. Naturally, you're going to have to slow it down a wee bit. And if you want to prolong this, he says he wants to wrestle for another 5 years. Now, who knows? Maybe he'll do 5, maybe he won't. But if he wants to, there will need to be a staggered approach to how much he wrestles.
And it could be the Undertaker route. Yeah. It could be the Undertaker route.
Why not?
And I don't think that's a bad thing. Nah. Who is the next Phenom? We all know that was Drew McIntyre. Moving on. We got to talk about the the men's match.
The Chamber.
Great. I mean, right down to Punk and Cena. You got to admit, you must have felt, there it is.
11-year-old me was
there it is.
Just in heaven.
Yeah.
But this is the thing, right? One of the huge takeaways I had from last night.
See the handshake and the
hug. I loved it.
Although what I did like about it,
I was crying.
Is they did the hand on the shirt, and they literally, as they pull back, straight into punching.
The thing is, right, John Cena's last few matches in WWE have been pretty, let's call it how it is, shit.
Yeah,
you think of Austin Theory, you think of Solo Sikoa, you think of all the other ones. They've been pretty subpar. But him and Punk, that looked as though they'd picked up straight from June 2011. The chemistry has just never vanished. They are soulmates. They are wrestling soulmates.
And if we get to see that again, I'm into it.
One more time. I mean, we've not quite got into the big ending yet, the finale, so I don't want to spoil it for anybody. But will Punk be the one to find John Cena's soul again after sending it to The Rock?
Well, let's talk about it. It is one of the most exciting things, I think. Weapon of destruction hidden in plain sight.
Yeah.
It was hidden, and that's the reason why. And don't get me wrong, like, part of me kind of went like, what about the kids, John? What about the kids? Cody Rhodes came out and made history.
Yep.
First ever fuck used in a WWE broadcast. So very quickly, I would just
uncensored anyway.
I would just like to take a second and say to all those people over the years that have given me a hard time for swearing in an over 18s product. Who's laughing now?
This is what you've been waiting for.
Who's laughing now?
But it was a brilliantly told story because everything that we've spoke about for the last few months, all the uncertainty, why was this happening? And I don't believe, I go back to the end of Bad Blood, and I still don't believe that what happened at the end of Bad Blood meant it was leading to what happened last night.
Yeah.
But what it done was left the illusion that anything could happen.
Well, if we'd have had Homelander Cody, that would have been like, wow, that would have been cool. Face Cena at Mania.
Yep.
I guess that's fine. I guess that's fine. But now it doesn't just set up Mania, Ryan. It sets up the whole year.
It sets up the rest of the John Cena farewell tour. Yeah. We all thought that the John Cena farewell tour was going to be the nostalgia run, all of the usual, and it's changed.
And he comes out and he says, just hypothetically, a farewell tour.
Yep.
I said it so I could call my shot at the Elimination Chamber. Guaranteeing myself.
Here's a hypothetical question.
Go on then.
Has John Cena completed the farewell tour? Have we already said farewell to John Cena?
I guess we have.
Because this isn't John Cena. It is technically John Felix Anthony Cena, but it's not the Fruity Pebbles.
I love that you did your full name. I love your full name.
It's not the Fruity Pebbles, it's not the T-shirts, it's not the Make-A-Wish Foundation, it's not John Cena.
And it's one thing wrestling fans hate, it's two Hollywood stars.
Yep. It's like the Hollywood faction. It's
taking
like
over.
It's NWO.
Everything we're hating in America right now is John Cena, the Elon Musk. I mean, they both got kind of loaf-shaped heads.
So you've got to consider that. Coming somewhere.
Oh, don't even get me started. I'm sure Elon's hair is completely his. At least he went and got the plugs, John. I mean, you can afford it. But so expertly told, fantastic. We thought it was all focused on Cody. Excuse the music in the background. I think you should be picking this up.
Good thing it's not too loud yet.
Billy, I just Cody played the role, underplayed it, brought it, and reminded us why he is the number one babyface.
Everybody in that segment, and you know what, Travis Scott, take your flowers, I suppose.
Fucking clocked Cody. Did you see the video when it's like, Travis, my man.
Take your flowers, Travis. Everybody played their part brilliantly.
Yeah.
From Cody selling the pain, to Cena selling the sell, or the selling of his soul,
Yeah.
to The Rock being the absolute bastard that this character is meant to be.
Love to see the final boss back. Love to see it.
And I just want him to be that consistently. But Billy, last night, that segment alone, I don't want to jump to being overreactionary, knee-jerk, anything like that. That's up there with your Austin Joy McMahon.
Oh, yeah,
That's
yeah,
up there with your Hogan slamming Andre.
Hogan NWO.
Yeah.
Hogan
the
NWO.
mystery Fog Man. It's right up there.
Yeah.
If not, this is more substantial. Have you seen the stat about it's the most viewed clip
Love it.
in WWE history?
Love it.
With over however 100 million views in less than 12
Love
hours.
it. Love it. Just love it, Ryan. Just love it.
We're back.
We're back. We're back.
And it's revived the whole WrestleMania season.
Oh, completely. It's without being rude about it, it's given a little bit of sincerity, it's given a little bit of direction, it's put faith back in me. We were talking on the podcast just last week, let's let this one play out, and I'm glad we did.
Yep.
I'm glad we did. It's got me back invested. I want to watch Mania. I kind of wish I was there, because Cena, imagine fans for the first time ever, just as they were going, he's the GOAT, the best of all time, the final time is now, oh my God, I can't take it. And now they get to boo him.
I hope, and I sent this exact message.
Will he be more over than he's ever been
Well,
over?
I sent this exact message to my group chat this morning. I'll repeat it here on live camera for you all. The fans need to go all in with this. Boo, give him Dom Mysterio type heat. We've waited 20 years for Cena to turn heel, and you're going to fucking cheer him? Don't
You're
boo
gonna
him.
cheer him.
Boo him out the fucking building, man.
It's, and Cena gets it. I've got to say, his grumpy face is quite funny.
I've seen too many Cena films where he's meant to be some grumpy old fucking assassin.
He looks like an angry dad. But the thing is as well, like, Cena gets to be something completely different, because, there was this bit, and it sounds really odd to say, but I've looked at The Rock and I've looked at him recently, it's like, you are getting up there, boys. You are getting up there, and it's the first time to really, so you get to tell the story for a completely different part of me. You know what it made me think of? It made me think of Wolverine.
Yeah, like Hugh Jackman.
It made me think like you're meant to have a couple miles on the clock. You're meant to be that bit of a bastard. It's a throwback to the wrestling of the heyday.
Yep.
It's like, this guy's been there, seen it, done it all, been a 16-time World Heavyweight Champion, and I'm going to take it again. Because this is, the reason you're on Netflix is because of me.
Yep. And I love that, because that's the arrogance that John Cena deep down deserves to have. Yep. And I hope that they play into the whole, I want them to do callbacks, and I want them to be like talking about, you heard Cody Rhodes, who was it in SmackDown? Somebody was talking about it. It was Drew. Drew was saying, I was scared of you. I was scared that you'd politic me down the card. You'd politic me out of this fucking company. Get John to play into that. Get John to stare in the eyes of Wade Barrett and fucking look at Wade Barrett's eyes and goes, I fucking buried you.
It pisses me off that you're still here.
Yeah, get that. I
thought I'd got rid of you.
Aye.
I thought I'd got rid of you. Everyone remembers what I did to Mickey James, or whatever it was as well. Like, maybe that's all about it.
Okay, we'll pretend that one never happened.
Did anybody watch Total Divas and saw what a fucking weirdo I am? Everyone see the house rules with the door and all that? It's like
the dinner scene.
This is the thing that's only recently made me like, you know something? Fuck you, John Cena. I hate you.
I want to play into all of these elements of the night that he took the WWE Championship from Rey Mysterio, getting face to face with Rey and go, I was never going to let you be fucking champion as long as I was here. Let him do that.
Love it. Bit annoyed he's not going to be on Raw, supposedly.
Yeah.
I mean, unless he turns up, unless he does a video, unless he really wants to be obnoxious. For all we know, maybe we'll see split personality, Cena. Imagine we see this video and going, hey guys,
make a wish.
Sorry, I can't be there tonight. Still doing make a wishes and all that. Although I'd say that little kids might still be into it. I've no idea. If you gave me the choice, I probably would like to still see John Cena. Talking like he's going to come up, do the 5-knuckle shovel and drop a fist in your head, you know?
And you cover, you bury you.
Exactly. I'm told The Rock will not sign anything for kids. Apparently, like, distracts them with clicks and whistles, according to Kevin Hart. They could add other people to this faction. If you call it a faction.
They could.
I
wonder if Travis Scott will continue to have a kind of part-time presence at the big shows.
I've got to admit,
Dennis Rodman style.
If I was Cody Rhodes, man, I'd be tempted to go, well, have a word with your boy, teach him how to throw his punches, or one day, Cody, make it for yourself, get up and lay him out.
Aye, why not? He's one of the biggest rappers in the world.
Yeah, lay up with this skinny wee bastard. That's all I've got to say.
But I wonder if they will add more people. There's scope for it.
It's wondering. I mean, you think of the names that could turn up.
Yeah.
Imagine Bill Goldberg turned up in his final run.
Yeah, Goldberg.
Yeah, I'm coming here for the money last time.
I think one of the interesting things is, will they try and bring in somebody like, I don't know, let's just throw out a Braun Breaker, for example, so that there's somebody to continue once they're kind of done.
imagine The Rock turning around and going like, it didn't work with the bloodline, so I'm making my own bloodline.
Hollywood bloodline.
Hollywood bloodline, I love it. Braun Breaker, Roman Reigns, you were never a part of this. Instantly we're in a feud with Roman Reigns because he needs something to do now. No, I'm so on board with it.
I'm sold.
I'm so on board with it. Maybe the favour is Roman Reigns being Punk's tag team partner in a huge match, night 1 of WrestleMania, because I want to retire John Cena.
There's so many routes they can go down. So many. And this is the thing, I think one thing that we have learned, just to conclude all of my thoughts in one here, one thing that we have learned over these past few months, and especially post-Royal Rumble, when there was so much criticism of the routes that WWE were apparently going down, is you can't trust a fucking thing the dirt sheets say.
No.
There's no point
in jumping
anything.
Into you don't know anything.
We don't know what's happening. Uncle Paul was taking it stinking. People were, Uncle Paul's fucked it, he's ruined it, he showed his true colours. And yet he has just played the boldest, riskiest, and perhaps best move WWE have played in the last 20 years.
Main event scene has been revitalised. The World Heavyweight title scene is white hot. Jey Uso, the hottest on the planet he's ever been. We've got a great Intercontinental Champion, big plans for him. Sheamus has signed a long-term contract. The women's tag team division has just been revitalised, and I think there's big things coming from that.
Creating stars in the women's division.
They're creating stars. NXT is on fire. I'm on board, man.
The Evolve, the O starts on Wednesday. We're seeing the first episode of WWE Evolve.
That's right.
It's crazy. The whole industry is booming. I remember last year being at Mania and they were rounding off all these stats. It's the most watched Mania ever. It's the biggest ticketed Mania ever. Mania 41 is going to break every single one of those records.
It's going to blow it out of the park. It's going to blow it out of the park. But I will also say this: now they're swearing in WWE. Made the call, guys. Made the call. That's all I'm going to say. Made the call. Pick up your boys.
You know, Evolve need another set of.
Raw's coming into Glasgow. I'm just saying.
We don't want to be seat fillers. We want to be the seat fillers.
We want to be the seat fillers. But again, we'd love to hear what your thoughts were on Elimination Chamber. Where do you think this is going? Are you absolutely heartbroken that Cena has went across? What did you think of the Elimination Chambers? What do you think of it going into Mania? Who was missing from the Elimination Chamber card? I can think of another couple of names. And a couple more. But heads up in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, tell your pals. Here's been Ryan Fitzsimons. I'm Billy Kirkwood. This has been a mini Wrestling Forever. We'll see you next week with a proper one. Cheers!